Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
Sweet.
Welcome back to the Room Show. How you doing, Cody?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Doing good. I appreciate you for coming back on the podcast.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Absolutely. So you got a lot of big things coming.
Man, I am so excited for this. I can't wait. This is really cool. I got my song "Bringing Country Back," which I wrote. Trying to figure out when I wrote that. I was actually going to the grocery store. It was the craziest thing, dude. I was really hungry, and it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I had just woke up, and I was just like, I'm starving. I need some food. So I go down to Publix, and I'm on my way there, and I'm kind of rocking out in the car. I was just like, I'm bringing country back. I'm cranking Johnny Cash, like in the car on the way there, and I'm just like, I'm gonna write that. All right. So I got back home and I had wrote the song like immediately. Right after I was done eating, I wrote that song, and then I started thinking about it for a minute. I said, "Shit, this is like a really good song." I was like, "We need to record this." So I called my buddy up, who uh, has a better ear for music than I do. he's he's one of the top studio guys in Nashville. So I said, "Man, what are you doing tonight?" He's like, "Nothing." I was like, "All right. Can I come over?" He's just like, yeah, play me the song. So I played it for him, and he's just like, we're cutting this. We're cutting it like right now. He's like, now, tonight. And I was like, tonight? Like, I don't need, like, yeah, tonight. All right. So we did it, and it was beautiful.
Right. So you basically got your own country anthem.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I seen it. I watched the video. You got a tour coming. How does it feel?
Well, it's not full tour yet. What I'm doing is I have to grow market by market because we haven't really done full band shows. I mean, I haven't played a full band show since 2018. That's how long it has been. I can't believe it. So I was like, it's been 2018 since we did a full band. I was just blown away when I looked at the date, and I'm like, how did I let it get that to be so long? But we've been recording so many songs. This is a whole album. I mean, this isn't just like, this isn't just one song. So we got If I Never See Heaven, Bringing Country Back. I got Love Like Mine, but I got all these other songs too. So it's really cool to have those. I'm not going to mention any of the titles yet because I'm trying to get them out there before somebody else does, kind of thing, But I'm excited.
And you got a show in Bridgeport coming up next year.
I do, yes. Next year. So it's July 27th in Bridgeport at the Bijou Theater. And I was kind of looking it up, and I said, where could I play in Bridgeport that's like really cool? And I'm like, not Bridgeport specifically, but just like around like either Hartford or New Haven. And I stumbled across this little theater. I was like, this is great, and because this is like a ticketed show. I mean, we've never done one. I did one at the pizza place. I did one ticketed show when I first launched Don't Blame Her Drunk on Me. There's like a line out the door at this pizza place, and I said, because before that, when I never did a ticketed show ever. Smoke alarms. We never did a ticketed show ever, the whole time. So it was kind of a crazy thing. I didn't know how many tickets I would sell. I didn't know what would happen. So I said, this is awesome that I finally was able to do this. So I was excited to just get it booked, kind of thing. I took a ride down there, and I was able to get it booked. So I toured the whole theater. I loved the venue. I fell in love with it immediately. It was like one of these old venues that I guess they used to have. What do they call them? You know what they call them? Really, really old shows. Like back then, they used to put on these live performances, I guess, before they had movies. It was like this live performance. They called it something, but
live theater, I think, something like that.
it was kind of like a live theater thing, but it was like they would actually act the movies out because it was back before they had movies. Apparently, it was built. So this is an old theater. This was beautiful. I was like looking at the stage. I'm like, Jesus, this is gorgeous. So I was really happy to get it booked and finally get it finalized. It was like these agonizing couple of weeks. I'm like, am I finally going to do this? Like, taking forever. I had to get all this gear. I had to get all the songs recorded. So, I mean, it's forever. I mean, the gear I bought was really expensive stuff. And then the songs. I mean, there's a huge difference people don't realize from going from kind of like a cover band bar act that kind of sounds like crap to like a national touring act. You're able to play stadiums, you're able to open, I mean, it's a huge difference. I mean, I hear in the in ears, I hear the clarity when I sing. It's fantastic. So I was like, wow. So I'm excited to do this. I'm like, this is awesome. I can't wait to put on a show. So yeah. Sorry, that was long-winded, but I'm excited.
That's gonna be a good one because I looked it up. It's a nice place too.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it. I was like, man, it kind of reminds me of Infinity Hall. And I've played Infinity as an opener, not an opener, but it was kind of like a shared date at Infinity years ago. When I was first starting out, they gave me, I think I can't even remember what I made, maybe $100. And I came up there and I played always 5 songs, and I played them acoustic. And I could just remember the mix in the room. They had wood everywhere because it was Infinity in Norfolk. And it just echoed back, and it was just great. But the funniest thing, it was my sound engineer that got drunk, and he forgot to turn on my stage monitor. So as I'm singing, I can't even hear myself. So now, hopefully, we got that under control with the in-ears. So I'm excited about it. But I just remember hearing the acoustics on like the last couple of songs. I could hear it just sounded beautiful. So I'm looking forward to being back in a theater again instead of like the smaller venues or the outdoors. Sometimes it gets washed out. You play the big fairs or something, it gets all washed out. But like, in a room like that, I mean, there's the Bijou's got a beautiful balcony. I mean, I already went down there. I was on the stage. I was like, yeah, I can't wait to do this. He gave me a good long sound check time too. So I'm going to be excited for that one. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be fire. I'll be there.
I'm excited. Hell yeah.
So, where can they find the tickets at? Like the website?
Yeah. So if you go to, I think it's bijoutheater.com, I want to say, or just look up Bijou Theater in Connecticut just to be sure. Cause there is 2. There is one in Knoxville. It's kind of funny because they have almost the same name. I asked them, I was like, was this somehow like a chain of some sort? Because I know that the Warner Theater, I think, is kind of like a chain, or was owned by Warner. But no, I think he said it was like an independent thing. But I was like, same logo. All right, and this theater in Knoxville is like huge. It's like a massive thing. This one up here is small, but it's really intimate, and it's just historic. It's gorgeous. So but yeah, I'm excited to just go to Bijou Theater, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Look it up, and they'll have my name on the site with the ticketing link. So that should be great. I'm looking every day. I'm like, I wonder if my family is going to be able to. I'm still debating. Should I charge my family or not? Like, I feel like, yeah. Like, come on, Dad. Come on. Fork it over. I don't know. But this is like a huge thing for me because I've never done ticketed, ever have done ticketed. I mean, it's always been, okay, Cody, here's a couple $100. That's all you make. And then now you have to split it with the band, so it's like, you're not going to make anything from it. So with the ticketed shows, it allows me to hopefully draw people in, and then I could work on building my market state by state. I mean, this is totally scalable. So it went from, it's more of a business now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
It is a business now.
It's a business, 100%. It's like shit. And it happened because my song did good on iTunes. And when it went number 1 on iTunes, I was like, what are the odds this is going to make me money? And it did. And I said, okay, now I could get my Sprinter van that we could tour in. Now I could get the gear I need. I got the album finished. That was a whole other hurdle. We did that during COVID, but thank God that's been taken care of. So, and that's another thing too, is you can't really do a show like that unless you got songs. I mean, you can't play a show unless you got, the music. So, because what are they going to come see? A cover band? I'm like, I want to keep 4 covers, 5 at max, because you don't really want to do all covers. And I've seen bands when they started out. I'm not going to mention names, but I've seen a couple of major acts that, they didn't cut enough. They were signed to, huge labels, and they didn't have enough music. And, they would go through and they do their covers, which is great. You get people involved in it, and people love covers sometimes, but I'm a songwriter. I want to go and play my songs, that I wrote. So I'm excited for that. And then if I do covers, I do them like the record. I try to get as close as I can too. That's kind of a hobby like that. But yeah.
Right. Well, we got to jump back on here and do another one before the show. And
Man, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll get you backstage at that show too. I think that would be pretty dang cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fire.
They have a nice dressing room down there. It's weird because like I walk in and the thing is like, I mean, it's a big mirror and it's got all these lights and I played at, like I said, in Infinity, and they took care of me in a nice dressing room with like lasagna and stuff. But like at this one, this is like really nice. Like I walked in here, I was like, geez. It's like as nice as the Opry freaking backstage at the Opry dressing room. And like for a little theater, it was like really impressive. I was like, wow, that's really cool. So I'm definitely going to get a whole bunch of like pictures in that thing. Like, why not? It's like I'm sitting in the mirror.
I'm going to vlog everything for you.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's going to be fire.
But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it, man. I think it's going to be cool. I'm trying to get the band going and we're going to run the set already, and and I think it's really cool with all the new stuff too, all the new gear. It's like I'm playing the gear I always dreamed about here, so to be up there and to hear that, it's like Brad Paisley's amplifier builder and stuff, and I get to hear that behind me all night, so that's cool. Like I can't wait for that.
Right.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'll keep in touch and we'll get back on here soon.
Yep. July 27th at the Bijou Theater.
Yes, sir. Get your tickets.
Get your tickets now.
All right, bro. Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time, man. I'll see you later.
All right. Peace.
Peace.